welcome to this month's episode of Council Live. My name is Kait Dawson, and I'm the Digital Marketing Manager for the Council for Professional Recognition. Today's conversation is an exciting one. First, we'll explore the Council Alumni Network's, or as it's commonly known, CAN's, brand new platform powered by Mighty. We'll talk about the why behind this change, how it strengthens the user experience, and how you can join and get the most out of it. For this part of the discussion, I'll turn to Alecia Carter, the Council's Manager of Community Engagement and Impact. She's been at the forefront of bringing this platform to life. Then we'll shift into a conversation about partnerships, an essential part of the Council's work. We'll discuss what partnerships look like, who we collaborate with, and why strong relationships are so critical to the ECE ecosystem. To guide us through that, I'll be joined by the Council's Director of Partner Relations, Angela Broussard, and the Council's Manager of Partner Relations, Sandra Kowalchek. They will share their perspective on how the Council builds and sustains impactful partnerships across the field. We're looking forward to a thoughtful conversation that highlights both the new opportunities available to ECE leaders and the broader ways we can all work together to strengthen early childhood education. So let's dive in. To get started, I turn to you, Alecia. What inspired the launch of the new Council Alumni Network platform, and how does it differ from what individuals have experienced in the past?
Thanks, Kate. So we transitioned to a new platform to respond to member feedback and make engagement simpler, more interactive and member driven. Unlike before, it's no longer just updates from the council. It's not as static. It's a space where members can actively shape this community.
Wow, that's exciting. And I love the idea of members being able to drive some of the content. Just thinking about it though, how does this platform strengthen connections between CDA credential holders and other ECE leaders? And what unique features are you most excited about?
Yeah, it connects educators and leaders across roles and regions, breaking down silos. I'm most excited about the expansion of micro communities, interactive challenges, and dynamic spaces that give members more ways to connect in real time. I'm talking live chats, live stream, and AI is built into it just in case you need a little help with some of your prompting.
That is so exciting, Alicia. I know the connection is so important, especially in the ECE field. And I remember you mentioning the expansion of the micro communities at the NACE conference. So this is really exciting to see it all come to fruition. With that in mind, in your view, why is it important for the members of CAN to have this kind of community in the ECE field?
Educators deserve a professional home where their voices are valued. This community offers recognition, support, and belonging while also strengthening our collective voice for the field.
Thank you for that answer. And how do you see engagement through this platform influencing the future of the CDA and the Council's broader mission?
So for me, member stories and connections help sustain the CDA legacy and inspire future educators. Their feedback also keeps the CDA strong, aligned with today's learning environments and a trusted standard for excellence. So having this place where they can connect with each other, they can support each other professionally and personally as a holistic view for educators, it's the perfect place to help continue the expansion and the rise of our CDA and the council's mission.
I think I speak for everyone where it's definitely exciting to know that we have that kind of platform in place and that ability to connect with others and to grow in this field. And I think a lot of people are really going to like working with Mighty because it is so fun, it's so intuitive, and it's a really great tool for just connecting with others. With that in mind, how can individuals join CAN and what upcoming CAN events can our viewers look forward to?
I'm so glad you asked, Kate. Joining is free and easy through Mighty Networks or simply going to councilcan.org. We also have an app, so if you download the Mighty Networks app and search Council Alumni Network, you'll find us and you'll be able to stay connected with us through your mobile phone. Members can look forward to webinars, coffee breaks, wellness challenges, and other community-led discussions with even more ways to expand engagement ahead. I'm not going to give a sneak peek just yet into some of our upcoming events because I know Sandy has some exciting news to share when you speak with her later.
Well, now I'm obviously very excited to learn more, so I can't wait for Sandy to be on soon. But before I let you go, Alicia, would love to see, is there anything else you want to share about the CAN community and network that has just been developed through Mighty?
Definitely. So, if I could close off with one thing, it's for everyone to just know that the Council Alumni Network is about connection, recognition, and growth, both personally and professionally. So, whether you're just starting out, or have decades in the field, there's a place for you at CAN. I encourage everyone to join us and be a part of this community shaping the future of early education.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Alecia. And I encourage all of our viewers to please go look at CAN. There are so many opportunities, and I think you'll really enjoy being a part of that community. Now we're diving into ECE partnerships with the Council. And my first question is for you, Angela. How are you working to build partnerships and strengthen the entire ECE ecosystem?
In my role, I focus on building partnerships that expand access to the CDA and strengthen the entire early childhood workforce. That means engaging with state agencies, higher ed, workforce boards, and community groups to make sure educators have the support they need. We also are very intentional about equity, reaching bilingual educators, rural communities, and Spanish speaking populations so that every pathway into the profession is accessible and sustainable.
Thank you for sharing a little bit about your role, Angela. From your perspective, what role do partnerships play in advancing the CDA and other council initiatives?
Partnerships are really the foundation of how the council makes its impact. The CDA is national, but it's our local and state partners who bring it to life, embedding it into career pathways, CTE programs, and apprenticeships. These collaborations also help us to advance new initiatives like piloting the Birth to Five credential, sharing data with states, or building leadership pipelines through convenings. In short, partnerships turn our mission into action.
Angela, I love how you said that partnerships are how the council makes its impact and turns our work into action. With that in mind, I'm coming to you, Sandy. Partnerships can take many forms. What are some creative or unexpected ways you're seeing organizations collaborate with the council?
Well, with workforce development being such a key factor for many states, we are seeing a great interest in our high school CDA initiative, as well as interest in collaborating to combine the CDA with registered apprenticeships. And for example, the creativity is unparalleled in Michigan, where they have strong initiatives for students getting the CDA in high school, as well as with registered apprenticeships. And in fact, we recently highlighted this in a CAN webinar last month, where Candace Vinson, the career readiness lead for Michigan's Department of Education, presented on the CDA. And the webinar, which was called Expanding Access to the CDA, Strengthening Michigan's Early Childhood Workforce Through CTE and Apprenticeship Pathways, was great. And she provided information on how Michigan's CTE programs, early childhood employers, post-secondary institutions, and state agencies are all working collaboratively to build scalable pipelines that prepare youth and adult learners with meaningful careers in early care and education. And it had a great turnout, and it provided a unique example to our other states who would like to explore these kind of creative initiatives. And the webinar is available through CAN, as Alecia kind of alluded to earlier, in our library to rewatch. And to do so, you need to join our CAN community, and you would do that at the website councilcan.org to get access to that. And then I quickly wanted to add that partnerships can take many forms. It's not just with Department of Eds. It doesn't necessarily just have to be with the state. We collaborate with many other organizations who have an impact in the early childhood sector. And one such example of that is a group called Save the Children. And our workforce pipeline has been strengthened by our strong collaboration with them. And just quickly, our partnerships focused on their ECE Career Pathways projects to enhance workforce skills. They have over 400 participants enrolled, and they've developed a childcare strategy over the past year to broaden resources available to rural communities. They're active in the Southern and Delta states, and the CDA is also central to a brand new workforce grant they recently applied to this summer for a variety of states in like Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, and they have waiting lists for those interested in CDA scholarships. So yeah, so a lot of exciting initiatives in different areas with us.
Wow, Sandy, thank you so much for your answer and for bringing up those examples. With that in mind, can you share an example of a partnership that demonstrates the impact this new strategy can have on educators, children, or communities?
Sure. It's actually a really unique partnership that I'll give you an example of that's having a very positive impact on the community. It's our collaboration with the University of Maryland's Center for Early Childhood Education and Intervention, acronym CEI. And they've been partnering with us on a CDA apprenticeship program over the past couple of years, and it continues to get stronger. And the registered apprenticeship program, it's tailored to ECE educators and offers paid on-the-job training with centers dedicated to serving children and families. But notably, it's those with complex needs, disabilities, those in protective services, etc. And the Maryland Elevates grant has continued to extend their work with a special focus on the disabilities and inclusive services. And they've expanded their program to numerous Maryland counties over the past year, which is helping prepare over 50 paraprofessionals and assistant teachers for the preschool CDA. So it's really having a really nice, wonderful impact on all really educators, children, and the community, within that state.
That's amazing, Sandy. Thank you so much for sharing that example. With that in mind, Angela, I'm coming back to you. What types of partners are you most eager to collaborate with, and how can they best connect with the council?
We're eager to work with partners who are committed to elevating the workforce, state and local agencies, higher education systems, employers, and associations that invest in their educators. We also welcome partners who bring innovative ideas that help us expand access and equity. The best way to connect is to reach out directly to our partner relations team. We work hand in hand with organizations to identify shared goals, build clear ROI, and sustain long-term impact.
Thank you so much for the information, Angela. Now, Sandy, I'm coming to you for the last question. What advice would you give to potential partners who want to align with the council's mission but aren't sure where to start?
Well, in addition to learning more about what a few of our partners are doing via the CAN webinars that I just mentioned earlier, my advice would be to reach out to us. We love to know what you currently have accomplished or would like to set out to do in the near future. We're happy to provide guidance, council materials, and discuss possible collaboration ideas with you. And you can reach out by emailing me at sandrak@cdacouncil.org or Angela at angelab@cdacouncil.org. And we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for that answer, Sandy, and thank you both so much for being a part of Council Live today. Before we close out this episode, is there anything else you would like to share about our partnerships?
I would just say we would love to see you at any conferences in the near future. We have our annual EELC conference coming up in the beginning of October, and I know a lot of us will also be at NACE. So in addition to feeling free to reach out to our emails, feel free to come to our booth and look out for us at any of the conferences. We'd love to have a conversation with you.
If your organization wants to strengthen the early childhood workforce, we'd love to connect with you, whether you're a state agency, a school system, an employer, a national association. The council is here to collaborate and build pathways that elevate educators. So again, reach out to myself or Sandy. We're ready to explore how we can work together to expand CDA access and make lasting impression across the ECE field.
Wonderful. I appreciate the messages from you both, and I appreciate everyone's involvement on Council Live. This has been such a fun episode, and we can't wait for the next one that will be coming next month. All of our viewers, stay tuned for the information coming soon.